Hi there. Welcome back. Thanks for coming. It's, last week we got some of the symbols out of the way, and this week, well, we've just got to look at where all the notes are on the fretboard. There it is. Yep, it's a fretboard, all right. It's actually this fretboard. I don't have any of the little cute dots. We might put those in as we go along. I was thinking about using this just as an exercise, so you could really watch me fumble through the first time ever positioning of these fretboard note tapes. So we'll just maybe do that, but so what has it always been about? It's always been about I want to get what I do, never having, okay, so onto a paper. That's pretty simple. No, not simple. Spent the week reviewing other people, their efforts, found some really good websites that you could follow that are, these people are masterful at what they do. And they were hard to find them. I didn't find them at first. They were just at the last, actually. And I've been looking for them throughout this process, throughout all these books. I went through all these books. Nothing like this is in these books. I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to do a little play to ask a question of you all, and I noticed that there's no comments. I'm not really worried that bad if there's a troll out there or two, or even a hater. It doesn't really matter to me. This has to happen whether I do it or not. And gosh, yes. So that right there, that note is a low E note. And this note way up here is the high E note. And yeah, I've known where all these notes are at one time in my life. Actually, it was junior high school. And I kind of know where a majority of these are on the guitar neck. So maybe we'll put some of those down tonight. However, I wanted to call this, it's the sandbox. I didn't have a sandbox growing up in school. Kindergarten for us was a bark box. We had a bark box. It was California, so there were redwood trees, and so we had redwood bark crushed up. What a fabulous thing to play in. The smell was fabulous. Just like, anyways, I digress. This is the sandbox. This guitar right here. It's the whole thing. That's the whole thing right there. If you can just, people say, well, I can't learn the neck. And I've said I have trouble learning early on in these videos. But somehow I have the feeling with the right faith in action, that's a term for you, eh? That I'm going to be able to believe that I can get through an effective usage memorization technique to learn the actual places of the notes. And I think that if I'm going to hit this lamp, if I'm bullheaded enough, it might just look something like this. I play a song, and I have always wanted that song written down for several purposes that actually fall perfectly into alignment with the original points and goals from the first episode. And music proficiency, mine. Well, you'll just have to suffer through this thing. It's different every time. It doesn't matter who you listen to, whether you listen to any of the Berkeley School teachers. There's one fella, Tomo Fujita. What a fabulous gift to have him show up and treat us. And then there's this Rick Beato character. He's a great guy, former producer, band guy, gold record, come on, platinum, I think. And Still has a studio, operates a studio in on the east, south, and okay, yeah, Carolina. I don't know, maybe. And but yeah, he college professor, same thing as Tomo, and just lays it out there for just watch. There's another place you can go for something like that one. It's I did it today. It was the only place I could find someone willing to take the time. Move forward guitar, note location on fretboard notation. And the title is How to Read Music Guitar Notes on Fretboard. That's cut and pasted right off the internet. And that was from YouTube, September 4th, 2015. And yeah, it's amazing. Move forward guitar. Okay, there's another British gal. I'm looking at her. She teaches music theory, straight up music theory on piano. And she starts from the beginning, and I'll get that together later on. So let's see. Enough storytelling. Brace yourself. I'll make mistakes. That's what this is all about. Intonation. It's been through 4 luthiers to try and get the intonation right, including a major reset from where the factory misplaced the bridge. And so it's the best it's ever been, but I can still hear that it's just... Nervous? Oh my goodness. I said that in the test. Let's see if I can capture the excitement of the tune. It's kind of mine. I'll tell about where it came from, but everything's theft. Drop D. Okay, Sammy. So that needs to go on here. And some of the reasons are, well, it's recorded. I've recorded it before. I've heard myself play it on stage, better than that. And but if you get this on paper, you can work with it, right? You change a section of it, and then when you leave it the way you want it to sound, as you're busy penning down things with, probably a software package of some kind. There's several that just to put it on your computer screen, you print it out. Maybe some of them are actually linked to a MIDI program and you can actually hear what you've edited into it. So it won't all just be working with a pen and ink. Here. Don't know if you guys actually want to see this or need to see this. Here we go. Nice bend, old man. Okay, so E. And it's that bass E. The D would have been several points lower on the drop D. And where I went, let's see, was that, yep, I stayed behind the 12th fret, so there's 12th fret way up there. So E, F. So where's the E? I've circled it down here. It's open. If you use the same string, there's your F note right there. And you'd put that down. That'd be the F right there. F. Hang in there, guys. This is real TV. Or real YouTube. Through the magic of the eraser, we'll take that error right out. Okay, onward. There's your F, there's your E. Now that you guys are watching, I can, say that that's the function of the nut. There's the nut right there. And it's the point where the frequency takes off. So maybe see if we can go through this a little bit. If you go F, you got what's 1, 2, 3, third, right? Is that 3? That should be E, F, G. There's a G, right? So this is a G, and it corresponds to the G. So there's a G, there's an F, and this would be the E. And this is how it kind of works, G. And instead of G, which is a 1, 2, G. Start over at A, because there's only A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We did that a couple of weeks ago. So G, G sharp, and then there should be an A up here, right? So the A. So there's a fundamental frequency. It's 440 kilohertz. It's also there's over here a string called an A string. It's also 440 hertz. So you put this hertz. Well, do I have to? I don't know. Maybe I'll explain all this stuff sometime. But you've put up with me long enough tonight already. But we'll just take this A. That's not me putting my finger down. That's the nut. The string is an A. So that's the first time you'll see two locations with the same fundamental frequency right there. You can strike an A note, it's the same note, the same pitch. I haven't defined that yet, but we'll get there. So, do we dare go up? A, there's an A, and then there should be a B. So here would be the B, right? So we'll put the B right there. Put your finger down there and you have hit a B. Okay, B, where's B at? You see the E, F, G, A. And then there's a B. Now we come to my old friend C. And this is where this all started. The impetus for tonight's little talk about what I've learned is I remember the C note from the 4th grade. I played the B flat clarinet. And the C note was the one that I always said, okay, because my eyes float. I could see that there was the one below all this mess of lines, and there was one special one that had one line through it, and it was the C. So A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, C. There's our C right there. So B. And you can find charts that have all of this. They're all just listed out there. Do I break this up into 2 lessons? I'm not sure. Be C, D, so here's the D, right? So we have a D there. I'm not going to go sharps and flats today. And then there's the D string. Right here, leave that open. And there's your D string right over there. So D, right? So D, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, B, and we've got the C done. And now we're going to go with the D. I got a lot of D's in school, a lot of D's in high school. And I always remember I felt like I fell below the grade, right? I fell below the average of all my friends. And so there's that big mess of lines, and I remembered where the D was because he fell off. So it's D, he fell below. So there's the D. So ABCD, ABCD, where's the C? There's the D. Yeah, the D, right? D, ABCD, D, ABCD, ABCD, E, E, F. So where's an E going to be, right? Here's an E. Wow. E. E was pretty easy for me to remember because it was on the line, right on the line. It was made out of lines. So this is how I remember this stuff as a kid. A, B, C, D, E, F. There's the F. D, C, D, E, F. Here's the F. And we got the E there going. Am I in the way? I wish there's somebody to tell me I'm in the way. E. Here's the F. Right? You could be going up this way too, all on this string, all the way up an octave to the E. There's an E and there's an E. So if you went to this 12th up here, you would be at that particular E. I think we'll leave this up all week. I'll come back next week. I'd like to have one comment at least by someone who might be thinking about, so what's he doing? I can do this. And I'll tell you why. Around the corner, and that's what the title of tonight's episode will be, is Let's Turn the Corner. I want to get working on that thing. I want to play that. And I want to put it on paper. And I think I'm ready to do that bullheaded thing I was talking about. If I just take some notation paper from like last week's episode, I'll have to make it. I'll make something big. I might make it portrait style. Turn the page sideways and make just a long sheet. It's been done. It's been done on butcher paper. Rick Beato tells a story how one of his roommates, where he learned the most he ever learned about music, his roommate transcribed some incredible jazz piece and then did it on this huge roll of paper. So I might do something similar, but I'd like to try and just get the chords down. It'll go in steps and stages. And the other thing I want as a comment from you guys is, if I don't get one, it's okay. This is the beginning. Is this too much? Is it too fast? Is it too much to ask you to go out and take some places? I gave you that one website. You can go back and find that page. Let me know, because I'm going to take the break. I'm not going to go very much longer into this. And yeah, better not to show off. Better not to leave, you guys with too much at one time, because we could just continue to go. It's a slow process. It's a pretty long video, this other guy, he does it. And then I'll get a couple of resources. In the background, I have purchased some other things that for the camera. Data transfer, it's called a scan disc reader. And to get out of the camera, just plug in the little micro disc and then stick it in USB port in my computer, and then I can load it in. All of these things come to me. I've ordered some books. I ordered a book on the Canon M50, the EOS, and then I'm looking at another book, third-party books on the DaVinci software for video editing. There's got to be something out there. And I've contacted my local library and my Barnes & Noble, made an account as a Barnes & Noble club member so that the books get shipped for free. And then we'll just see about getting it. Newer microphones, microphone for the camera, microphone for me to record with, more stands, and Yeah, I figure it'll take a year to start looking produced. I don't care about it. It doesn't have to be produced. My sister says it's fun to watch me learn. Maybe I say that every time. But I am having a blast learning. There's a whole lot of, I have to get over hurdles to do this. Stand here and draw this out and take a look at who am I going to listen to? What am I going to say? And then the last thing is there's a fellow who runs a YouTube website you should see called ViceScript Garage, and he has a disclaimer. And in that disclaimer, he says, "I'm an idiot, don't do what I do." Well, I'm not an idiot. I'm kind of not too far away. But do what I do, but remember, as I was listening to Tomo, I printed it out. Maybe I'll read it next week. I had several thoughts. He's the Berklee School of Music professor. I don't want to mess anybody up. I'm only doing this because I couldn't go to Berklee. I can't work at pace to intake. I have to jump in the mucky water of some lake and then thrash about near the shore until I figure out how to swim. And this is me thrashing. And if you're watching me thrash, I hope you come along with me and thrash together. We'll figure out how to get all this done, and then you can put some songs that you want. The alternative in the close of tonight is if you think that what I played was too much, then we could do something simple like Mary Had a Little Lamb or Silent Night. I hope not. Okay. See you guys next week.